Welcome to the podcast that brings you raw and original takes on a wide range of sports and entertainment. It's your boy, Hanny Dre.
It's John.
And this is the Pham Perspective. And we ain't got all the facts.
Nope.
But we all gonna keep it 100 with all the opinions that we do give.
100 at a 0 1,000.
Yes, sir. Week 2 over.
2 is over.
Listen, man, we gonna start it off. Wait, you know what? I was gonna start off with that, but we'll come back to that real quick. First of all, Mama, we made it.
Niggas, we made it.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Let's. I just want to reflect, you know what I'm saying, on the last interview real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because the other one was filmed like before, like right after. So, you know what I'm saying? So, the one that just released, we just had the Ito interview, man. Big time interview. Seeing some
Rock legend for sure.
Rock legend, you know what I'm saying? We seeing some good feedback from the episode.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We got a big cosign, you know, not official. It was like a half cosign, but it's a cosign nonetheless. Shoot.
For sure. Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
We'll take it.
We made it to another Rock Legend page, you know what I'm saying? That I am SPESH, 38 SPESH, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Like,
definitely, for sure.
Definitely a rock OG in the hip hop. And he just was on Sway, you know what I'm saying? Killed it on Sway.
Right.
The freestyle was crazy. He always kills it on his freestyles, you know what I'm saying? He been putting Upstate on the map, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool to be part of that field now. Like, you know what I'm saying? We made it to the page, you know, the real page. It wasn't no story. It wasn't no 24 hours joint. He put us on the page, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Definitely felt good, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, to show the love, like you said, a little halfway. We ain't get the act, you know what I'm saying? Fine podcast. But it's all good. It's all good. Because regardless, he ain't had the Joe to, you know, post it or whatever like that. But definitely, like I said, it's the right connection, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, our cuz Ito, you know what I mean? And Spesh grew up in this, and you know, they both doing their thing. And, you know, like I said, Spesh just dropped his little 7 shots, you know what I mean? And been making his rounds.
Hold up. That jump is fire, though.
Yeah. Like I said, he been making his round. I just said little because, you know, he's 7 songs wise, but he definitely been dropping and definitely doing his thing for the Rock, for sure.
Check out that Flower City 3 with Ito, the one he was talking about it. It's funny, though, because when he said it, I thought he was talking about an album. Then I listened back, and he said, like, on a special album. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. He said it.
Like, listen, we interviewed him the day before he went to the album release party, you know what I'm saying?
And KD shouted out that album, son.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo.
Yeah,
it's a chance KD fans, 20 million done saw, you know, the fans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, that's how I said, one person, like I said, him just posting, and people like, yeah, that's at fan. I just
definitely KD saw it. Definitely,
that's
KD
a couple more. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about our aspect. So you look at it at KD, like you said, people saw that. I'm like, damn, who's 38? And they go look, and they gang, they following. You know
what I'm saying?
Like
KD followed 38.
Yeah, no.
So KD saw us, bro. KD saw us.
You had to. That's a fact.
You had to, right?
You know what I'm saying? You had to.
Optimistic. I'm very optimistic.
Yeah, nah, absolutely. But like you said, Joe, to, you know, do an interview and like saying, get the love and reciprocation from, you know, from him and from other people in the Rock, for sure. You know, like I said, we out here, man. We might not be the biggest.
Yeah.
We might not be the biggest, but we show the most love, man. So definitely come to Pham Studios, you know what I'm saying? And definitely just come sit down.
We growing.
Me and nephew, man, you know what I'm saying?
Up.
We're going to chat. We do stuff our way, you know what I mean? And we make it comfortable in a great setting, man. We call it Pham, you know what I'm saying? So we always show love, for sure.
You know what made it feel so good, though? It was somebody random. It was somebody random that I don't know, but I got them on Facebook. You know, you got on Facebook, you know, people add you, whatever. If they got mutual friends, cool. I'm gonna add you too. Like, especially if we got this that we promoting and stuff. So
yeah.
But when I posted that SPESH posted us on Facebook, it was, you know, it got mad love and all that. People hype, but it was one person in particular. I think his name was Inf Stewart, and a lot of people probably know him, but I don't really personally know him. But he said, "Yo," his comment was, "It's finally clicking. We get in the support that we need from our own people is finally clicking." I was like, it felt good to be like somebody's view of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, it's showing Rochester love, but it's been happening so much lately. You know what I'm saying? Benny just showed up to my alma mater today. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? And showed love to the kids. And but all in all, it was another kid. He be around sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I like his attitude. One, he funny, but two, he speaks a lot of confidence in himself and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's somebody gonna talk talk greatness into things. And he posted it, and I was like, yo, I just feel like the energy, like a black hole or something. Or not, I think that's a bad description, but something it feel like all the energy is just sucking in and sucking in and sucking in, and then boom, like it's just gonna explode for Rochester pretty soon. Like everybody seems together, everybody seems focused, everybody seems in tune into their craft, and more and more things are happening. The city
that's the key, just like you said.
The city is growing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's growing. Comedians, Chaz Bruce shout out to Chaz Bruce doing the hip hop award.
Hey, Black doing BT hip hop.
He took the pool party to the hip hop award, yo.
LA, Miami, yo, man. Come on, man.
I see him every now and then too, he be up here sometimes, I'll be talking to him. But.
Right. And like I said, hey, a guest of the show, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we might not be the biggest, but we show the most love, man. Definitely Chaz is one of them cats. I've definitely been grinding and doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, eat through a brother, I say, everything through a road too, for sure, you know what I'm saying?
That small one way, yo.
That small one way,
I was telling I was up there and shit, and I was like, yo, man, I want to do a documentary on A Block. And then he was like, yeah, that'd be dope. But we ain't got no footage.
Right. That's the only thing. We got Axico people. At least pull up that, you know what I mean? Or
I was like, damn, you right though. We ain't got no footage from back then.
We ain't got no footage, but we could do something.
We could do some interviews or something, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. We could do some interviews or put it in the book, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, you can definitely do that.
Put it as addresses though. You know what I'm saying? 15, you could put 30, you could put 50, 55.
Some of them still there, so I don't know if we want to do that.
No, I'm just saying like, you know what I'm saying? Like the ones I named, just like, you know what I mean? Like said, y'all lived at 30. Like, what was that 15? P did that 30 with y'all. I think
that's 20. That's 20.
20. Okay, my bad. So 30, I think was somebody else. But
Martisha, maybe.
More of the story is, we can get people that lived in them, them numbers. Mm-hmm. And you know what I mean? Get their perspective, fan perspective.
You heard? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
But definitely, like all in all, like I said though, we here. We here, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna keep repeating it. We might not be the biggest, but we show the most love, man. And we are dedicated to what we do. And you know what I'm saying? And it'll pay off. It'll definitely pay off.
Yes, sure. Sir. One more. With a round of applause to ourselves. But since we talking about upstate, the Bills for real? The Bills is for real.
Bills, nobody circles or wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
I know we mentioned last week. We mentioned last week the Bills, or the week before, one of them. I think it was last week. The Bills look like they in week 6. They look like mid. Listen, they in playoff. They in playoff form, yo. The Bills, they at a different speed right now. They playing on all Madden. Everybody else on they playing on rookie. Everybody else on all Madden. Like,
I don't know. I don't know the year. But they playing like that undefeated New England Patriots.
The 07. I got it mixed up today. It's all the way back in 07.
07, that Randy Moss? God,
man.
Damn,
that's what I said.
Old,
that's what I said.
I'm old. God damn, that shit didn't feel. That's that shit.
I said 2017, and it was like, and then I stopped, and the kid was like, "Nah, that's 07." I was like, "Fuck."
Damn, 07. That's 15 years. Damn, 15 years. That shit was sheesh.
But yeah.
But yeah, they reminded me of them. Like just
they playing at a whole different speed.
Just steamrolling niggas. Yeah, because
to the literally like Stephon Diggs in the DB like this, but when the ball is like 20 yards away from him, all of a sudden he just separate.
Right.
And it's like they in a whole different wave right now.
Yo, and the crazy thing about it, right? Like on paper, like a lot of more teams have more,
big names.
Big names.
Yeah.
But they playing as a unit, and that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? You want your line to be blocking. You want that, number wide out number 2 and number 3 to be running them routes. You know what I'm saying? Because Diggs ain't gonna get the rock all the time, and you need that dog in the back, like he said.
They
didn't
have Davis.
That's what I'm saying.
They even had a number 2.
That's what I'm saying. And Knox came in and banged up, and they running game is still up in the air. But how they been doing it?
How they been playing?
It's just crazy.
It's everything. The energy reciprocates.
Yeah, like I said, they got the whole team back. Like, they added. They didn't, and they, like I said, and some of their defensive people, it's still banged up. So imagine when they get up.
Right. And Josh Allen. It's not enough you can say about this dude right now, son. Like, first of all, let's give some stats. Yep. 7 straight games.
Got the stats, man.
You know what I'm saying? 7 straight games that the Bills done started off a drive with a touchdown. So first of all, why do you kick them off the ball to start the game?
Right.
Second of all, they went like 5 straight games without a punt.
That's the craziest stat I saw.
But then they punted. And Tennessee fumbles like twice.
Right.
So it's like they didn't punt. They just the long ass pass.
Right. That was crazy. When I saw that, I'm like, damn.
Things are rolling. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing I told somebody today was, hey, they got pretty much the formula right now. They got the one thing that's most important is the fans to be with you.
Listen, even when it wasn't that great, the fans was always there. So imagine putting a good team, you know what I'm saying, on the field.
It's a whole different impact.
Whole different impact. That's like Spider-Man 1 versus Spider-Man right now. Like, you know what I mean? Same colors too. Like, you know what I mean? And they just forming and they just been starving. You know, we stay up here, so we know how Bills fans is. Like, even when they trash, like, this is our year, we're gonna do it. And they don't do it. But
now it's kind of legit.
Now it's like
y'all better do it.
Y'all better, right? That's what I'm saying.
If y'all don't, it's gonna be a disappointment.
It's been the first time since the '90s. Like, they're the favorite, like overall favorite, like from the beginning of the season. I mean, you still got Pat Mahomes, you still got the Rams coming in, but how they've been looking, like, the last 2 games, even from the game 1, we like you said, they think in game 6 already, like, you know what I mean? So imagine.
Patrick Mahomes is not having a bad first couple weeks either, right?
No, he's man.
Listen, the Chiefs is not even being mentioned as the number 1 seed. They already saying the playoffs going through Buffalo.
Yeah.
They already saying it. Like, this is a real chance, you know, and it's another team, you know what I'm saying, that somebody came out and said this is their winning or it's over year, winning now year. The Bills is kind of like, yo, like I said, you got to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is that year for y'all.
Yeah, it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely a win now situation. Like, I mean, as long as you still got that dog, like I said, talent wise, you don't see it on paper, but they playing all together. As long as you got that dog back there, you can definitely, you know, deflect on, you know what I mean, some bad parts or less talented parts, you know what I'm saying, when you got Josh Allen back there. But
a dog.
But at the same time, he worked for that shit. Like,
he definitely did.
People be like, you know what I mean? I know, you know, that's what y'all job and that's y'all analyst job, to be like, I don't know how they picked everyone before him. Like, what you mean? That's what they do in the draft. Like, they analyze people, they see great talent, this, that, and third. But he came, like I said, he was the 3rd quarterback drafted in that draft class, and he just worked his way up. He uses his dog.
He literally, though, he worked the way up, because once you said that, it automatically took me, he Giannis this shit.
Yeah, man.
Every year he got better. Remember that was a big topic of his first couple years, is his year 1 completion percentage versus his year 2 was like night and day type junk, and it just got it better. It kept getting better
every year. So, like I said, this, you know, like
that boy making it look easy.
Yeah, but you can't just be like, all these teams were dumb. Like, what you mean? They evaluate.
All he doing is this. And that junk going 80, boy. That junk flying. That junk. Remember when the reason why I like the Chargers is because one of the reasons why I like the Chargers is when they was talking about Herbert, and they said something I ain't never heard before. Mm-hmm. They said the ball get faster as it's in the air. Yeah. That's what I see in Josh Allen right now. I feel like the ball is just moving so much faster than any other quarterback in the league right now.
He's there. He's that guy, man. Like I said, he's young,
accurate.
He's a you know, a Ben Roethlisberger on steroids. You know what I'm saying? You said white Cam. You know what I mean? Like, you got that whole. Got everything. He got everything basically that you want from a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They just worry about the little bit of running. But hey, man, a quarterback got to run. You know, that's his style, and you got to leave it alone. Don't try to, you know what I mean, mess with his style. But he definitely doing his thing. Like I said, Buffalo is definitely that team. Like I said, if you follow Pham podcast on IG and Twitter, hey, man, I got him as MVP, and I got the Bills going to winning the Super Bowl. So, you know what I mean? I like them a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we get to see more up close and personal, like I said, an hour away. But yeah, they looked great. They looked great. And, you know what I mean? Going to your boy Herbert, like I said, he was another one. Like, he was poised to come out and do his thing early. He was in Oregon, but then he had a down year, and then, you know, he slipped. They took two before him, but yeah, like I said, they took the victory though. They got, you know, the monkey off their back.
You just brought up everything that I wanted to bring up in the next topic.
What's that?
You brought up running quarterback. You brought up Tua. And we was talking about Josh Allen being a dog, but another person that if they're a dog, it reciprocates energy through the team. Reciprocates is the word of the day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the energy reciprocated through the team is the coach. If the coach is a dog, the team is probably going to be a dog. Like, not no fake dog where you just talk your shit and you ain't doing nothing. Right. No, they said that coach in Miami is one of them. Where like they say he might even smoke weed and shit. Like,
man, he look like it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he out there, big watch. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
He out there. He hipped on it. He said he had one comment. I forgot what the comment was. But
is that what I'm about to say? Is that one of the biggest comebacks you ever seen? Like, it was, or surprising comebacks. How about that? Like, Tua ended up with 460 and 6 touchdowns to bring him back.
That was not I ain't gonna say surprising, but it was a surprising because Baltimore, was you know, except follow Pham podcast or IG Twitter. You know, I was just like, you know, shit, like, damn, Lamar Jackson. Yesterday's price isn't today's price back. At all. He running on him. You know,
it still ain't, though.
No, it still ain't.
It still ain't.
As far as for him, no, it still ain't. As far as for him, it still ain't. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted.
Like, less than half the time.
Right. Like, he breaking Vic records, you know what I mean? 100 yards rushing as a quarterback, you know what I mean? He's doing his thing out there. So that was the biggest thing. I'm like, they dominating. You know, Baltimore always known for their defense. But one thing led to another, and that's why they brought the cheetah over there, you know what I'm saying? To just throw it, you know what I'm saying? And then Waddle showed that he was that dude, and that's why they picked him, you know what I'm saying? High, like that last year. You know what I'm saying? He had a good rookie season, but, you know, that boy Chase did his thing, so, you know, Waddle's a little bit from the back. But, yeah, so when you got them receivers like that, and you down 20 or whatever, all right, time to fling.
Time to show our new toys.
Yeah, exactly. Like, use these toys, boys. And that's what they did, man. They flung that into it. Like I said, he still got something to prove, obviously, to me and to a lot of people. But this is a good step forward for him. You know what I mean? That's a great win, you know what I mean? In Baltimore to be down big, you know what I mean? And to win and get out that
W. Did it tie Miami record? I mean, tie Dan Marino record for Miami? Touchdowns in the game?
Probably, because, you know, Marino, like I said, is my favorite quarterback. He definitely doing his thing. He got the most for a second half, I think.
Probably.
I think in the fourth quarter. I think he had like 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
They scored 28 in the fourth quarter.
Like, he did his thing. That was an amazing game. Especially great to watch. Like I said, when I was seeing it, I was like, Baltimore got that. You know what I'm saying? And then to look at the score. And look at the score. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, they tied. So definitely shout out to them for sure.
And just a quick little extra fact about the Lamar Jackson record. So it was most games by a quarterback rushing over 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? By the way, he had 300 yards passing too and 3 touchdowns. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
pay that man.
Word. But he did it, Vic did it in 146 games, I believe. Mm-hmm. He did it in 52 or something.
Listen, I'll still take Vic, but yeah, definitely shout out to him. You got to shout out to Vic too, because I saw
he be shouting him out.
You know, I love Vic anyways, and he got to, like I said, if you running quarterback, man. You know what I mean? The first one, well, you know, was Cunningham, and then, like, Steve Young, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely, like, the top running quarterbacks, at least I've seen, you know what I'm saying? And then Vic just changed the game for sure, because that's what he did, you know what I mean? Make people miss and still got that gun, you know what I'm saying? And
that football speed.
Yeah, like, it was just different. Like you said,
he's definitely still had that gun too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. That's the thing, right?
That Monday night, oh my god, I reminded myself.
Yeah, he had a stat too. That listen, the first player, like I said, they get 200 million plus with 2 different teams, and you know, Jalen Hurts broke a record from him last night. You know what I mean? Like, so that was just dope for them. But yeah, like I said, Tua in Miami looked good. You know what I mean? They 2-0. And Buffalo's 2-0, and they meet this week. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna definitely see with that matchup. It's definitely it's more of a bigger game for Miami than Buffalo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is to see if Miami's a fluke or not.
That's what I'm saying, right? Because you know the first one they struggled a little bit against the Pats. You know what I mean? The Pats still get the W this week. And they like Pats are gonna have that type of year, just win or lose like 19-13, you know what I mean? They beat Pittsburgh.
They don't got an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, right. They got defensive coordinator, call offensive players. Same for Pittsburgh like that. Them 2 teams are going to struggle like that.
Najee Harris, Najee Harris is a better running back than he looked on that.
Yeah, but he coming from injury too. He was banged up. You got Trubisky, so it's like, all right, we're expecting to run because Trubisky ain't going to, fling that rock like that. And, same for New England. Like, they got a defensive coordinator calling that. But, yeah. But like I said, Buffalo, Miami meets, you know what I'm saying? Both 2-0 teams. That's definitely a great matchup. It's a bigger game for Miami. Like I said, see if they for real. You know what I'm saying?
I got Buffalo. I ain't picking them against Buffalo.
Yeah, nah.
Until they lose, I ain't picking them against Buffalo. I don't care.
That's how that Miami, that's how that New England team was. Like, you ain't bet against them till they lose. Bro.
I know. We looked at them 6 games and I said, hey, Buffalo might start 1-6. Nah, listen.
They got a tough schedule.
Listen. I know they got a tough schedule, but it don't matter who they playing the way they playing right now. Nobody want to step in front of that buzzsaw, man.
Hell nah. That don't. Hell nah. Like you said, the one probably win, like you said, we was talking about, it's probably like Miami, but yeah.
It is Miami. Nah,
That's what I'm saying, right? Like when we looked on paper.
But Miami put on performance. With that performance, though, it is good hype into this game. But I do ultimately think, Buffalo going to take that. Yeah.
No, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we were saying in Luna earlier when I was talking about Herbert. Herbert did play a good Thursday night game against,
the
Pat Mahomes and stuff, you know what I mean? Half a Billy, you know what I mean? But,
half a Billy.
Half a Billy pulled the game out 27-24. Herbert showed some heart, though. He ain't break a rib, but he had some bruised ribs after that game, man, and still, took him down basically to the end of the game. But
I'm glad it was close because how big I've been on the Chargers, I'm just glad it was close. I was worried for a minute, like, man, Pat Mahomes, they got Pat Mahomes early. Ooh.
Right.
But I'm at least glad it was close.
Yeah, like you said, right. No, you got, like I said, you got to shot him out, like I said.
And that game is way better than Browns and freaking Steelers right now.
You talking about
for a Thursday night?
Yeah. Well, like I told you, like we said in previous episodes, definitely check us out. The Fan Perspective Podcast on YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. Not Twitter, but Spotify, Anchor Breaker. But that's what we said though. Some Thursday night games be shocking us though. Like, surprisingly good. You know what I mean? Got Houston and Jaguars, and it'd be good. You know what I mean? But yeah, so like I said, you got those, Chargers and without, one of they wide receivers, you know what I'm saying? But Mike Williams showed he was that dude, you know what I mean? But like I said, Herbert to show, that heart and the guts, like I said, taking them hits. And KC defense looked pretty good this year, you know what I'm saying? For first 2 games, they definitely look good. But, you know what I mean? Got to go to that green team, you know what I mean, to come back, you know what I mean, from 13 down, you know what I mean, to
Mr. Flacco came back, so
get that W, man, my Jets, man, come back from 13, you know what I mean?
I told you you gotta be kind. I gave you them couple wins, man.
Yeah. Nah, I think like I said, our defense played. You know what I mean, hard the first game. You know what I mean, but our offense couldn't do nothing. And then this one was just back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like our offense came to play. My defense, like I said, when you got Chubbs and them boys, they was definitely running all over us. You know what I mean? But we came out with the victory. You know what I mean? Like I said, 31-30. We covered the offside kick. A lot of stuff had to go our way. But at the end of the day, when they look at the wins and losses, they ain't looking at, they barely won. Nah, it's a win or loss. So I'm definitely excited for that one. You know what I mean? It feels good the next day or the week that your team won. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of them people that...
We skipped. we switched spots.
Yeah, we switched spots for sure. But I'm one of them guys that I don't watch nothing sports the next day because I know my team, if my team lost. And I've been taking a lot of that for the last, 10 years for the Jets. So definitely. But yeah. Alluding to your boys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I don't feel too bad.
36-27, man.
I don't feel too bad. We lost to a team averaging 35.
Yo, Detroit.
You know what I'm
Detroit.
We lost to a team averaging 35. It's okay. Like,
Detroit. Detroit is putting out some points. Like I said, with Swift, man, that boy stay healthy. He's nice, man. St. Brown, or is it St. Brown? St. something.
I think so.
Yeah, because him and he got a brother that played for Chicago. But yeah, like I said, you know what I mean? Detroit took the win, you know what I mean? They looked good at home. Like you said, they coach showed that he's a dog, you know what I'm saying? So it's rubbing off on them. They are Lions though, technically, but they've been, like you said, they averaged 35. You know what I mean? They came back on Philly last week, and what you think about your team performance though? What y'all lacked in that one? Y'all did put up 27. Was it a slow start? I think, right?
Yeah, we definitely had a real slow start. I think we was down like 27-0 or something.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all down some weird.
22.
Yeah, it was like something. Yeah,
I think we got the safety and yeah.
Yeah, y'all put it to 7 and then they scored or something like that. So
we couldn't make it stop. We was missing Chase Young.
Yeah, and after
what I'm saying? I was watching through Gamecast, so
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just seeing the play-by-play, whatever.
Right,
I'm not
right.
actually seeing it.
Yeah.
But I just like every time when we was coming back, I was like, okay, we coming back, but we got to get the stop. And then I'll see them score a touchdown. I'm like, come back, score a touchdown. Oh, we got to get a stop. They scored a touchdown.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I saw too. Like I said, I saw y'all come back. I was like, oh shit, Washington. You know what I mean? I had y'all on Pham line. Check me out every week. Every Sunday before the games. Definitely not a good week again, but I'm gonna get it together.
It's early in the season.
Yeah,
it's early in the season.
The first couple weeks are unpredictable, like you said. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Like Detroit scoring 35 a game.
That's what I'm saying. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, unpredictable. And just like this next game, you know, you got the Jaguars shutting out their division rivals in the Indianapolis Colts.
Yo, Indianapolis is booty cheeks.
What's wrong with Indy, man? What's wrong with Indy?
Matt Ryan.
You think so?
That's what Atlanta been saying for the last 5 years.
Well, at least he ain't been putting up donuts, though. Sheesh.
Yo,
That's crazy.
I was like, Atlanta right. Atlanta was right.
They did the right thing.
Because they've been wanting to get his ass out of there. And
Nah, that's crazy, though. But I want to predict.
they don't really got nobody over there, though, right? They all hurt, right?
Yeah, they
not Jonathan Taylor.
they number one receiver was hurt. Yeah. But just in general though, like we said, even like, you know, we understand that Washington's your boys, but we said like offensively, like other than Jonathan Taylor, like y'all checking the boxes over Indy. So you know, a lot of the blame wasn't on Carson Wentz. Like I said, he just made, you know, terrible decision at the wrong time. But they 0-1-1, man, in that division.
Jaguars.
Right. And Jaguars show hard against y'all. So Jaguars, you know, they got Peterson, they, you know, that new head coach from Philly.
Doug
you know,
Peterson.
Doug Peterson, you know what I'm saying? So he's
championship winning coach.
that's what I'm saying. So he bring that pedigree over there and they playing hard, man. Jacksonville's playing hard. But like I said, the bigger surprise is Indy. You know what I mean? They 0-1-1, you know what I mean? They tied Houston. They had to come back on Houston.
Yeah,
to get a tie.
Trash.
You know what I'm saying? To even get a tie.
I need a booty.
Yeah, so I don't know. They might be pressing that cautious button for real, that panic button real quick, because they supposed to be winning that division. And guess who's number one in that division, that 1-1? The Jaguars. You know what I'm saying?
I about to say.
Because, you know, Houston lost to they play, but Houston been playing tough. Like I said, I give it to Houston.
1-1 too, though. Well, no, they 0-1.
They 0-1-1 because they lost to Denver. Denver's struggling too. Denver's, like I said, it's early, though. But Denver, they lost to Seattle.
Yo,
you know,
they said Russell Wilson in Denver is basically just Donovan McNabb in Washington. And the picture is like, yeah, that's Russell Wilson.
Messed up, man. It's early though. It's early. Donovan's okay, but it was just Donovan's later years.
Exactly.
It was over. But you think that might be for us? You think that
That's
is?
what they saying. That's what they saying.
Yo.
I don't know. He be asking for a lot of money.
They love you today, hate you tomorrow, man. That's how these people be,
But
man.
he be asking for a lot of money. Like,
well, shit, he got paid already. It's too late for that.
That's what I'm saying. He be asking for a lot of money.
It's too late for that. He's already paid, done deal, side to delivered, like for real. But
he on some Adrian Bronner, man. He ain't, or Conor McGregor, like he getting the check and ain't even producing.
Hey man, it's early in the season, man. They 1-1. You know what I mean? Denver's 1-1.
Even with Seattle, though, I'm saying though, he wasn't really producing this. That's why Seattle was like, Seattle was actually fronting. What you think the problem was? Like, remember?
Yeah. I think, like you said, Seattle. Like you said, he ran his course in Seattle. Like you said, he definitely he overcame the obstacles. Like I said, getting drafted late.
He a practice quarterback right now.
Getting drafted late and stuff like that. So what's that?
He a practice quarterback right now.
What you mean by that?
In practice, he gonna hit everything.
Oh.
Well, you catch him at the Pro Bowl, he hit every target.
Like I said, man, it's early, man. Early in the season, his number one receiver went out for the game as well. You know what I'm saying? Judy got hurt, so we'll see though. Like I said, he's still a dog. He got that dog in him. We'll see.
He definitely got a dog in him.
We'll see. We'll see.
All the dogs bark.
Right. We'll see in them, you know what I'm saying? And talking about dogs and people that like to fight, you know, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the Saints 20-10. That was
literally.
That was an ugly game, man. Like, that was just ugly.
Mike Evans said, yo, listen, come here. We got history. Son.
Right. We got history.
It's my quarterback.
Right.
It's my quarterback.
What you mean? It's Tom Brady. He just had any excuse to try to go fight Lattimore. Y'all need to just get up somewhere and make celebrity.
Yeah, that's hilarious, though.
Celebrity boxing, man, and go ahead and just box for charity, man. Everybody boxing already. Y'all might as well do that.
That's hilarious though.
What's that?
Looking at the ref. That's Tom Brady. What you want me to do? Like that's funny as hell.
I know.
That's my quarterback. That's Tom Brady. You know that.
Right.
You like he looking at the ref saying that. Like,
right. When I saw it, I was like, I read it.
I thought it was a joke.
That's what I'm saying. No, I read it. I read it and shit, and then I saw, they got video on everything.
Like, yo, that's
everything you do, people, is video everywhere, man. Watch what you do. You know what I'm saying? Do the right thing. Like Spike Lee said, man.
They putting the cameras in the subways.
Everywhere. This is cameras.
Every subway car get in the camera.
Yeah, subways is crazy.
So you can't polish your gun on the crane no more.
Can't do nothing, people. People is wild. But yeah, and Mike Evans and Lattimore got into it again.
Yeah, that's just
But like I said, Tampa Bay ended up winning the game 20-10. That's the first, victory for Tom Brady against the Saints, you know what I'm saying, overall. So, but like I said, that was an ugly game. Like that game was like 3.5. Like it was just one of them games that just was like,
And Tom Brady has no receivers once again.
They all banged up, man.
He got the 3 best receivers. The one who was suspended. Yeah. One was suspended, the other 2 banged up.
Julio already hurt. Godwin is hurt. They signed Cole Beasley.
Cole Beasley, the rapper Cole.
Right. They signed Gage. They you know what I mean? They gonna see what they can do, basically, at the end of the day. Like I said, Tom Brady played with just about less than damn New England.
One Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
One Super Bowl.
Right.
They got one
respectfully.
One wide receiver. They got Danny Amendola talking about, is he a Hall of Famer? Danny Amendola?
Tom Brady. If you could bring, that's like that's like that. That one kid that's he alright, but he's not really invited to the party, and they be like, "Yo, is Tom coming with you?" Like, yeah, he come. Oh, well, y'all can come then. That's one of those things talking about Hall of Fame and shit. But yeah, like I said, that was an ugly game right there at Tampa. But Tampa came and they got the game out for sure.
Who their next game?
Tampa.
Yeah.
Damn, I saw it. They played somebody good. I got you right now.
I'm about to say, you thought you wrote them shit down.
I did write them down.
You get to the contact, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, Tampa game, man. They at home against that bad man in Green Bay Packers.
Oh, that's a good game.
They
both don't got no wide receivers.
That is a good game for sure.
It's an even playing field.
Right, definitely. They got Randall Cobb as your number 1 receiver for Green Bay. You're in desperate needs for sure.
The old Randall Cobb.
That's what I'm saying, right? Nah.
When they first had him, he was all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right. He out there, he probably in better shape than he was though, but he still ain't the same person though.
Nah, he'll tell you he not in no better shape than he was at 23.
Nah, I mean, cocky wise, he probably in better health.
He's smarter.
He probably in better health back then, but he probably in better shape. Shit. He been in the league about 10 years.
Nah, that's definitely a matchup though. That's always a matchup though. You know what I'm saying? It's bad man versus goat man.
For sure. But surprise of this week, before we go into next week, was Cincinnati Bengals, man.
Yeah, they lost again to them Cowgirls, right?
They lost. You jinxed them, man. You did the little Wayne light it up. You know what I mean?
No, because they ain't heard that until afterwards.
Yeah, you right. But it was in the atmosphere. Though. It was in the atmosphere. That's what happened.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like I said, man, since he lose to the Cowboys at home, 20-17. You got a new line. You paid all that money, but it's still the same.
I figured it out.
What's that?
The lie was trash, and that's why they was mad at Aaron Donald. And that's why Aaron Donald ripped them helmets off and was swinging them motherfuckers. It wasn't because they was whooping his ass. It's because he was whooping their ass.
Yeah, it had to be.
It had to be because they is still trash.
And the one Dallas former Dallas Cowboys lineman, he must have got Jerry Jones must have called him before the game, like, son, I give you $1 million, man.
Right.
You let my boys get a couple sacks, man, because he wasn't blocking like that line, man. Like Joe Burrow is still getting smacked out there.
They say he on pace for 100 plus.
That's crazy, man.
100 plus sacks.
You can't take that many hits.
Oh, no.
And like I said, I respect and I salute, you know what I'm saying, to the front office for doing that and going out and getting basically 95% of your offensive line is brand new, upgraded supposedly.
It must be the coaching.
Must be the scheme. That's what I'm saying.
Must be the coaching, not necessarily the head coach, but the
Joe
lineman
Burrow.
coach. No, the lineman coach.
And Joe Burrow too. He might be holding it a little too long.
Maybe
if
you look a little deeper, but listen, still.
The lineman, coach.
The lineman coach. Like,
it's a scheme. Like I said, it might be a scheme. You know what I mean? Because you got your assignment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the lineman coach got.
You go this way.
Teach
you
these motherfuckers how to block. So.
Right. Because like you said, you downplayed a little Parsons' game a little bit last week, but that boy is the dog, man. He's an animal, man. Michael Parsons is.
Oh yeah, nah. What? Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that when he beat Nick Chubb in the race.
That boy is a dog, man. Shout out to him because he's on pace to get all these sacks, man. You know, he's definitely that one bright spot over there in Dallas.
And they don't even be putting him at the spot he should be playing all the time.
Yeah. Oh, nah, but like I said, we was watching it, you know what I mean? And I just watched one play and he got to say, like, damn, babe, look, he went on the right side. He was like left. And they put him on the right side. He wasn't like the first player that right side.
Well, I'm saying they don't always put him in the places he need to be.
Like man, like he's a damn dog. So he definitely got to shout him out.
He is.
For sure.
That's somebody I can't even front. You know what I'm saying? Because we got our boy Chase. So I got that's
right. That's one of those you got to show respect. That's like
definitely.
That's like when say like boss had Mookie Betts. Like, yo, Mookie, you nice. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect it, but he in LA anyways. But
right.
You know what I mean? But
talking about them boys. So.
Yeah. For sure. Let me run out quick scores real quick before we get next week. You know, you got the Giants 2-0, man. 2-0 in that division. They beat Carolina 19-16. You know, it was this close game, but Giants squeezed that one out. You know what I mean? Pittsburgh lose to Pats like we alluded earlier, 17-14. You got the Atlanta Falcons. They showed some heart, man. They was down 28-3. I know they're used to that, you know what I'm saying? The other way, the Rams hold on, the other win 31-27. You got the 49ers, man. Dang. Lance couldn't even prove me wrong in the wrong way. Like, I was like, he ain't show me nothing, but, he ended up getting hurt.
He ain't getting a chance to, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't getting a chance to, prove me wrong. And he got hurt, man, but, Jimmy G came in and, Niners won 27-7, but.
Jimmy G proved himself.
Right. Oh no, she teammates and everybody showing them love. They're like, yeah, all right, we believe in you, but organization wise, when you draft a quarterback, that high and you see something in them, you want to get that spark. But hopefully Lance come back is looking like a season-ending injury. So the best thing the 49ers ever did was bring back Jimmy.
For cheaper. He mad.
For cheaper.
He mad.
Oh no, he saw his
Incentives? Yeah, but still.
He making that back.
The whole thing?
Just about.
Okay.
He get like $350 just to play.
Because he going to play. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like, you play that, he get like $350,000.
25% of the snaps.
Yeah, like, he making that back. Like, he making almost like $1 million a game just for playing. So.
350.
Yeah, for playing guy. That's what I'm saying. That's incentive, though. Yeah, and then he got more incentives for other shit. Yeah. So it's like, I said, it's getting close to $1 million a game, so he makes it. But like I said, hopefully, Trey Lance could come back next year. You know what I mean? Like I said, 49ers bought themselves, insurance plan, and they kept the insurance plan. You know what I mean? They didn't go a cheaper route, so they're definitely lucky for that. Like I said, you got Denver beating Houston. That was a close game. The other good game that the team had to come back was the Arizona Cardinals beating, who I'm high on this year, the Las Vegas Raiders, overtime.
I was watching it on Gamecast.
And a fumble, But Hunter, I watched it live. I watched that live because it was the other games went off. The Dallas game went off, and that game was just came on. Like, oh shit, they made it close. It was just like that Miami game. Like the Raiders was controlling the game for the most part. You know what I mean? I think they was up 20 at one point, and Kyler Murray brought them boys back with his legs, and with his
a 20-second scramble.
Yeah, right. Scrambling and grambling,
but that's a 2-point conversion early in the game.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They had to do it again, right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They had to do a lot of things right. And, Hunter Ruff, fumbled in overtime, and the Cardinals take it to the house to win the game, man. And they definitely won the game in overtime.
Isaiah Simmons, right? Knocked it out.
Mm-hmm.
He put it right on the ball. Bow! Knocked it out. And I only know because I remember Isaiah Simmons, I wanted Washington to draft him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was a linebacker that was kind of like Chase Young. You know what I'm saying? Like, he fast, could move around, tall.
Right, he tall, yeah. That's why that's what I saw with him, yeah. Big boy out there. Yeah, so that was tough loss for the Raiders. Now the big win for the Arizona because, with a loss here, they'd went 0-2. Now the Raiders are 0-2, so it's like, you know what I mean? You got to try to hit the panic button.
You see when Kyler Murray threw that ball, how hard he threw it? I think he knocked the win out of A.J. Green.
You had to.
A.J. Green was like holding his stomach. Like,
hey, man, that boy got drafted by the A's. You know what I mean? We know he got that gun. For sure. So definitely shout out to them. You know what I mean? And you got the lonely Chicago Bears. They came back to reality this year and they lost to the division rivals. Green Bay Packers, Sunday Night Football, 27-10, man. And then you got Philadelphia beating Monday night, 2 Monday night games. You got Philly beating Minnesota, which that was surprising to me. I thought the game would have been a lot closer, especially after Minnesota putting up all them points with Jefferson. Yeah. On last week against Green Bay, and they only put up 7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody put a compilation up of the routes because it was highlighting Darius Slay.
Well, yeah, he was on Jefferson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jefferson. I don't know why I said Jefferson.
But like, if you watch it, it was like a whole lot of bad throws, really bad.
No. Yeah, it was a lot of pressure though too, because it was one play that I saw that they put Jefferson in the backfield. And he was like, it was like a linebacker on him, but then he could beat him. But then if you got the pressure coming in this way, Kirk can't even look that way. Yeah. He like shot the ball this way. So it was like, like I said, definitely Philly. You know what I mean? I got them winning the NFC East, and they look good. They look good so far. They 2-0. You know what I mean? Like I said, Jalen Hurts definitely slinging that rock out there. He's efficient. You know what I mean? They got the number 1 receiver, so if you get the number 1 receiver, then you can pass it to the other receivers and make them look even better. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? A.J. Brown been doing this thing. He had a low key game yesterday. He still had 5 catches, but like I said, when you bring all the attention to him, now you got to make them other ones, and that's what Minnesota's supposed to exploit. If you got Slay on Jefferson, Thielen's supposed to go and get busy. Your tight ends, but Cook, you got to go back to your old number. I forgot what your old number was, but that number 4 when you went back to Florida State days, that ain't look good, and you didn't have a good game yesterday, man. It looked funny too. I said, damn, he went back to 4. Everybody going back to single digits. Mm-hmm. I'm like, he went back to 4, and I was like, nah, he got to go to his original number because that Florida State number ain't good. But yeah, man, like I said, Philly looked good, and Minnesota went back down, but we'll definitely see.
Let's run through next week's games one by one and just pick them without even discussing them, and then we go back and pick like 1 or 2.
Thursday night game, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cleveland Browns. Who do you have?
I'm taking the Steelers.
I'm taking Cleveland.
Word, okay.
Cleveland at home. You got the Cincinnati Bengals visiting my New York Jets.
I gotta go with Flacco, man. I'm gonna go with Flacco. Just because they've been playing like shit. I kind of feel like they're gonna bounce back, but
Flacco,
I'll give it to y'all.
Yeah, and I feel the other way. I feel like they've been playing like shit. I think they might smack us, but I ain't gonna go against my team, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna bet on it or nothing, but I'm gonna go with the Jets right there. Like I said, Cincinnati probably should smack us, but I'm gonna go with my Jets because that's my goddamn team. All right, so next you got the Houston Texans visiting the Windy City, Chicago. I got Houston, man. Houston been playing tough, even though they, their record is 1-1, but
you sold me.
I got Houston.
Going Houston.
You know what I mean? Chicago got that win at home versus 49ers first week of the season, but I'm going to roll with Houston getting their first victory. Next, you got the 2 surprising 0-2 teams. You got the Las Vegas Raiders visiting the Tennessee Titans.
Going Raiders.
Raiders? Yeah, me too. I'm going Raiders, man. Tennessee is
they don't got nobody.
It's time to see what you're going to do with Tannehill because you know what I mean, paying them that little bit of money. You always they got the rookie quarterback over there, so trying to experiment. They're gonna experiment real soon, like I said.
Yeah.
So if they definitely go on 3, they definitely gonna be looking.
Or Mike Rabel might be out of a job.
Yeah, he's a good coach though. He's a dog, but
they just be pulling that trigger early.
Yeah, they do. NFL,
everywhere they be pulling that shit early.
And they went to the playoffs the last couple of years with them, but like you said, sometimes they be like, "Oh, you need a new voice." All right, so next you got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Indianapolis Colts. We know
50.
Shit, if Houston and them putting 20 plus on you, Pat Mahomes definitely at least 30. At least 30. All right, so you got the Buffalo Bills visiting the Miami Dolphins.
I gotta go. I told you, I ain't betting against the
We're
Bills.
going to Bills. Both teams 2-0, but yeah, we both got the Bills for sure. You got the division rivals, Detroit Lions versus the Minnesota Vikings.
You almost said Pistons.
Yeah, I almost said Pistons. Isaiah Stewart.
Shout out. The Minnesota Vikings, Detroit Lions, gotta roll with Detroit because they just spanked us, and Minnesota look like shit.
Like
Darius Slay against no, that's he played for.
He played for Philly now.
Yeah,
I'm going with Mini, man. It seemed like Detroit had the first 3 games at home. Oh no, they in Minnesota. It's in Minnesota, so I'm going with Minnesota.
Okay,
they bounce back and it'd be a high scoring game because shit they average 35 and Minnesota just scored 7. Yeah, I'm rocking with Minnesota at home. Next, you got the Baltimore Ravens visiting the New England Patriots.
Oh, Baltimore.
Yeah, I got Baltimore. They're gonna bounce back.
I think it's gonna be tougher but I think Baltimore will pull it out.
I think it's gonna be tough. Nah, I don't think it's gonna be tough. They put up 30 plus versus my Jets and the Dolphins. I think they're gonna smack New England. That's their 3rd AFC East game too, as well. You know what I mean? The same for us too. Jets to be 3rd AFC. Okay. I see what they doing in the first week's schedule. All right. So you got the Philadelphia Eagles versus your Washington Commanders.
Gotta go with my boys. Talking about.
Yeah. I'm gonna go the other way. I think everybody riding Philly, like I said, I got Philly winning the division.
Yeah.
But I think y'all bounce back and play a tough, ugly kind of game, you know what I mean? 19-17. I got Washington winning at home. Next, you got the New Orleans Saints visiting the Carolina Panthers. Who you got?
Give me Jameis.
Jameis. I'm going with Baker, man, and them to get that victory at home and spanking them. I think that's the one Baker's like come out games. You know what I mean? It's a division rival. They usually play each other pretty tough.
It's gonna be the game that he'd be like, I'm still here.
Right, I'm him. I'm still here. And you hear Baker all week. You know what I mean? Putting up 30 plus. McCaffrey getting busy out there. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna take Carolina at home. Next, you got the Jaguars versus the LA Chargers.
I'm rocking with the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Like I said, Chargers is one of my top 5 teams, so I'm gonna rock with the Chargers. You know what I mean? Jags have been playing tough, but I'm rocking with the Chargers. Next, you got the Rams visiting the Arizona Cardinals.
That's a good one.
That is good.
That's a good one. But I'm rocking.
Before I let go.
Nah, because I did say I wasn't gonna bet on Arizona until Hopkins came back. But I said that forgetting that they got AJ Green. And I'm like, they still got a weapon. So I might rock Arizona on that one.
Arizona? This is close. I was thinking Arizona, but then I'm starting to dwell on it more. I'm going to go with the Rams, man. The Rams is just a little more talented than Arizona, you know what I'm saying? Arizona got talent offensive-wise, but I think the Rams a little more offensive-wise would be a little better. Next, you got the Atlanta Falcons versus the San Francisco 49ers.
49ers. Jimmy G,
yeah,
he wins.
That's all he do. Regular season, that's what he do, wins. And like I said, Atlanta's, they rebuilding, you know what I mean? But I'm going to take San Fran at home. Then you got the highlight game. You got the Green Bay Packers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Give me Tampa.
No, I got Green Bay smacking them. We can come back and talk about that game in a second. Who else you got? Nah, my bad on that. Atlanta playing Seattle.
Oh.
I got Atlanta.
Yeah, I'll take Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
You got the 49ers visiting the Denver Broncos, man. I'm taking Jimmy, though. Jimmy in Mile High. I'm taking Jimmy, man. I'm still rocking with the 49ers.
Think you gonna smack Russell?
Yeah, I think it just, you know what I mean? It's old division rival foes.
Let's ride.
I'm going to take 49ers. You taking Denver?
Jimmy. No, I still ride with Jimmy.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said.
I'm rocking with Jimmy.
I'm rocking with Jimmy. Then you got the Cowgirls visiting the New York Giants.
I don't want to bet on this one. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I'm going to take the Giants, man, and the Giants are going to be top of the division.
3-0 Giants?
How it's going, they're going to be on top of the division.
Yeah, they probably is because Daniel Jones, he low-key fast.
All right. Mm-hmm.
I ain't going to, and they got Saquon. Because I ain't going to say too much more about Daniel Jones. I can't really say too much more about Daniel Jones. But they got Saquon at the end of the day, too. And they got Cooper Rush in Dallas.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think that was just a fluke game, you know what I'm saying? Even though they got the victory, but it was like they only won by 3. Like with all that going on, they only won by 3 and beating Cincinnati at home, you know what I mean? Even though Cincinnati was favorites by 7 in that game. But Yeah, like I said, going back to the Tampa and Green Bay, man. You said Tampa Bay, man, at home. Why is that?
Because of the GOAT.
Okay.
Because he been here, did that. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Scotty Miller. That's my Tariq Hill.
Scotty Miller.
You ain't know Scotty Miller run fast as Tariq
Scotty
Hill?
Miller. Scotty Miller. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm going with the baby GOAT. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. Long hair, don't care. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers, and like I said, Tom Brady. He down, to his third receiver. You know what I mean? Like I said, Evans got suspended. Julio will probably be probable. He'll probably play, but he's still banged up. Godwin ain't playing. And like I said, Green Bay, I believe more in that bad man than I do Brady. Like, I like,
At this point, regular season?
In general, like, it ain't
regular season?
It ain't even matter.
Regular
like,
season?
I'm messing with Rodgers for sure. But I think overall, I think, you know what I mean? Like I said, it'll be a nice, in the 20s, you know what I mean? But I'm roll Green Bay, man. Like I said, I think they better overall team right now.
Brady got his couple practices with his scout team, wide receivers,
right?
And he good now. All Brady do is be like, listen, it should take you 4.2 seconds to get to the 7.8 yard line right here. You have to be in this point. If he's on the other side, I'm gonna throw it here though. So be ready for both.
right. You like I said, you would think that, but like I said, they kind of struggle both times. Even though Dallas, like I said, Dallas defense is pretty good, and they struggle against New Orleans defense, which is pretty good though too as well.
You think the Packers wide receivers already figured out the why?
I just think.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
What you mean by the why?
He on Pat McAfee show when he do his interviews. In the beginning, when they was talking about all that wide receiver struggle, he said they need to figure out the whys of the game, not the what to do's. Yet we need to figure out why are we doing this. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that take a week. Like,
right. Trust me, I'm still figuring out my son why. What do you mean why? I just explained to you why. Like, but like I said, I think Lazard and Cobb, they've been in for a couple of years. So Aaron Jones and Dillon, like, I believe in them more than I do the Tampa Bay as constructed as today on paper team, not as people hurt and stuff like that and suspended. So that's why I'm rolling on Green Bay, man.
See, when I heard when I realized Mike Evans was suspended, to me, in my head, I figured that kind of evened the playing field type for the game.
I think to be honest, to me, even with Mike Evans, I took Green Bay in this game, but that definitely swayed me to take Green Bay. Like, oh, he's not playing. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like we alluded to earlier, like Tom Brady has been playing with, respectfully, a slot receiver type of guy, like to lead the team. You know what I mean? A number 2 type receiver to always lead the team. But when you got, Mike Evans and, like I said, Godwin is still hurt and Julio's banged up, I'm going to take, the Packers now.
But guess what? When Mike Evans do come back, he going to catch like 18 passes. Because Tom Brady, right? Yo, ain't nobody ever did that for me.
Right.
In my 23 years of playing, ain't nobody ever like fake tapped me because he didn't really even touch me. He just pushed the other guy. But you came through and like just mollywopped him off a rip and then told the ref this is why, because he's Tom Brady. Right. Like, that's just so hilarious to me.
It's Tom freaking Brady, man.
Or what?
He had to use some type of excuse.
Speaking of the whys, you know what I'm saying, of the game, you know what I'm saying?
Why?
First of all, we kind of got to do that. We got to do that every week. A little quick go through, and then we got to keep count. Because we got a lot of opposites. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep score on who right. So, week by week. So we got to do that week by week from now on.
I'll keep
just run through the game because we got a lot of opposites.
Oh, yeah.
We got to keep score. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. I meant to go back on the last episode and, count because we kind of did that last week.
Right. Because who you said Pittsburgh and Cleveland? You said Pitt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I went Cleveland. We both said the Jets, though.
Uh-huh.
We both said Houston.
Uh-huh.
We both said the Raiders. We both said KC. We both said Buffalo. I like Minnesota. You like Detroit. We both like Baltimore. We both took Washington. You like New Orleans. I like Carolina. We both like the Chargers. You like Arizona. I like the Rams. We both said Atlanta. You like Tampa. I like Green Bay. 49ers. We both said 49ers. And we both said Giants. So you're not picking that one?
I ain't picking on.
All right. So we got 1, 2, 3.
I don't know.
4,
I think
5.
you circled a few too. Like,
So we got 6. We got 6 games we can go. The rest of them we agreed on. We got 6 games that we didn't agree on.
I still want to keep score though, because you be doing your family lines and stuff. So I got
Yeah, no, we'll keep score. We keep score for sure. We definitely keep score. I thought about it last week. I wanted to run it down, but yeah, we definitely keep score now. Like I said, we got 6 games to go.
But yeah, talking about the why. You know what I'm saying? The why. Basically, he was saying. Basically, Aaron Rodgers was saying the why of the game is. So if we run this play, why are we running this play? Why are we making you do this route? It's because we're trying to see what the defense is doing, basically, in the most part. We're trying to set up the defense. You know what I'm saying? It's a big old strategy, you know what I'm saying, to go. Mm-hmm. So, like, little stuff like, okay, if you catch a 7-yard pass, yeah, if you got an open run, but if you just got the first down, just get the first down, get down. Or make sure you run out of bounds because of the time. Like, that type of wise type time. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So, speaking of why, you know,
Nick Chubb needed that why, right?
Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
He
ain't run out of bounds?
He scored a touchdown.
Oh. And let them come back?
Basically, he gave us time.
Okay.
Yeah. He went down. He ran out of the clock.
Okay. So, yeah, something like that. Need to know the why. But, you know, you're setting up. So, a sport that you set up a lot is that boxing, right? Boxing. We had that Canelo on Triple G just passed. I told him. Wow. I told him, yo, Canelo gonna beat him up. And they're like, no, man, Triple G won the first 2 fights. So I'm like, he did tie the first one. I'm like, listen, I was actually all right with that tie when I watched it. You know what I'm saying? Originally, I remember being like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever, because I think we was all saying whatever way. But then it was a tie, so I was like, okay, whatever. The second one, Canelo got him. And then it's like, I thought he was going to knock him out. I thought he was going to knock him out in the 8th. And then I'm reading it, because I ain't watch it, but I'm reading it.
Man, I watched it.
On the live thing, I'm reading it round by round. The dude, whoever typing up the live.
You got the zone or you was here?
I was here.
Oh.
Whoever who was writing the live analysis just kept saying, Canelo beating him up, basically. like Triple G ain't throwing nothing.
Right. I tell you, check out Fan Podcast on Twitter. That's what I wrote. I said, man, it was about 7th round. Like, Canelo beating him up. We're watching Havana Moles, you know what I mean? Little smoke lounge real quick. Me and Rafi J and shit. We went out to dinner with John for his birthday. But, we was watching it there, and I was like, everybody was disappointed, though. Like, these 2 old cats ain't doing nothing. Because it was really like, it was a little action, but Canelo, out of the 12,
heavy bagging them.
Yeah, out the 12, Canelo at least 110, like easily. Like, oh, those are Canelo rounds. You know what I'm saying? Triple G can't try to come on a little late, but you know, Canelo, he definitely dominated that one. I was a person that was saying I thought Triple G, because I'm like, Canelo, you know, coming off a loss, Triple G got more to prove. Like, it's really like,
I was telling people,
come back. Like,
Canelo coming off a loss, but he fought a heavyweight. Like,
right? No, you said that. Yeah, you didn't say that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. But I'm just thinking like, this is more like when we say who needs it more. It was like more of a Triple G. You know what I mean? Because like I said, that Canelo, when he went up and people respected, like, oh, he went up. And nobody talked about the loss. Like, he just went under the rug.
He went super up.
That's what I'm saying.
He
Like,
went up like 3 classes.
Yeah, he went up and then the shit went down. Like, you didn't hear about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I was like, oh, Triple G gonna come. Like I said, it was 2 close ones. But, yeah, man. He looked old out there. Like,
yeah, he looked old. That's how Luis Ortiz looked when I was seeing the highlights
you
of
were
that.
Saying, right, yeah.
He looked old. Like, he can't take the punch like he used to. And literally, because when I seen the highlight, I seen Canelo tagged him a few times where it was like, he felt it, like, and he stepped back. And you're not used to seeing Triple G walk backwards.
It was one or two spots that you, like say, you was alluding to as far as, knocking him out. It was like, Canelo had some shots that could have knocked him out. And also, if it wasn't Triple G, though, as well, he probably would have knocked the person down.
I predicted 8. That's why I was like, I predicted 8, Canelo.
Nah, I saw it going a distance, but I just thought Triple G.
All fights go to distance.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
The big ones.
The
ones you pay for.
Yeah.
Go the distance.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Unless it's Fury. Fury end the shit late, though, too. Though. He end the shit late, too. I ain't about to watch that shit with Joshua. But, so, dominating performances by Canelo. And we'll see where he go from, because, like, Canelo, they both at this stage. That's why they had to fight each other. Like, it's who else to fight. And, you know what I mean? Like, who gonna fight me? You know what I mean? So, we'll definitely see. And let's keep it in this why. We're gonna keep it as why, right? why these fans are disrespectful, man? Why fans are just getting out of line, man? What's wrong with these fans, man?
I think I know what you're talking about.
You got Kyler Murray getting, celebrating, getting smacked. Well, this video I saw, I felt
like an accident.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I felt like it was an accident, and I actually maybe you would have think it was like the Arizona fan. They're trying to grab each other and stuff and celebrate. And he got smacked, and the first thing he saw was a black. You know what I'm saying? Black shirt and shit. Raiders, like that's the first thing he saw. So you want to snap on them, and then you got the Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying? Okay, man. After the loss, throwing at their owner, like you throwing bottles at your owner though. Come on, man. Like you gotta do better. You gotta do better. He wasn't out there tackling nobody. You mad at him about Deshaun Watson, but when Deshaun Watson come out there and win some games for you, you're gonna be cheering. But just in general, NBA, when you had them people running out on the court for demonstration and trying to fucking glue their hands to the court and shit like that. Like, what are these fans that are doing? These fans are outrageous these days.
Man, it's social media, a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? It's all this like they always say, if you don't want to argue, don't talk about politics. Like,
yeah, I don't try.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what a lot of this is. It's like politics is so put out there, it's so mainstream. It's always in people's face. They always fighting about something for the right to do this and the right to do that. And people just getting big headed and like whatever they feel like they want to do, if they not technically allowed to do it, guess what? They're gonna try to do it because they want to do it. Like, and it's weird how they be trying, like, and protests and all that, man. It's all weird. I don't know. People just weird. Just everybody mind their business.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like
especially for sports. Like, come on, man. Like, first of all, you paid to be in the
sports.
stadium.
My bad, but sports, they gonna choose sports because everybody's watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's absolutely.
They know they
best.
get the most eyes.
Yeah, that's the most, like you said, for they can get their reaction for whatever they're trying to do.
Yeah. Even though they cut the camera anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when the chick, they be like, "Oh, what's that?" But you read it if you want to go in depth with it. Like, what just happened? You know what I mean? But doing some demonstrations and shit. But shout out to Aaron Judge for tying Babe Ruth for 60th home run of the season. Breaking news. He matches him for the AL, you know what I mean? And we're going to get that for sure.
How many games left in the season?
I think it's like 10.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's one shy from tying Roger Maris for the AL record.
He definitely going to get it, man. He's been on the road.
Sure. I said 60, so he got 60.
He been on the road.
Yeah, man, listen.
Like 2 a game type.
Yes, he's breaking all the records. He tied for the most, like I said,
2 in one game?
Multiple home run games.
In the season?
Yeah. Like I said, he's 61, one shy from Maris for the
Even
AL.
more than Bonds?
For the AL. Yeah, he's tied. He might be tied with Bonds.
I'm about to say.
Like I said, he getting all the AL records. Bonds got all the
Bonds
major
got
league
the
records.
records.
Yeah.
Bonds had like 75 in the season or something?
Yeah, that's my favorite baseball player. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get Barry Bonds goddamn posters. I gotta get baseball when at the house anyways. But had to get one for here too. Or a bobblehead or something.
Yo, I think they had like one year, cause so as you know in baseball, when you walk, it don't count as in the bat.
Right.
And I think they got this crazy ass Barry Bonds stat where he got more walks than at bats in the season.
In the season, that nigga used to,
and still hit probably like 65 home runs though.
Yo,
like,
I remember them shits, man. He was like, yo, he got intention to walk.
With the bases loaded.
He was like, yo.
With the bases loaded. Yeah, put him on base.
Right.
Or rather 1 than 4. All right.
You see the stat line where he was like 0 for 1. Like, how the fuck does he play 9 innings? How does this guy 0 for 1? You didn't walk. Mm-hmm. Intentionally walk.
With 2 runs scored.
With 2 runs scored. For real, man. Like Bonds, they treated Bonds differently.
Yeah, that's Wilt numbers basically in baseball.
Bonds was that dude. Mm-hmm. And even like I said before, when you want to say steroids or whatever, Bonds was that dude. Yeah. He was still 30 for 30. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Before ESPN, you know what I'm saying?
And you know what they say about Hank Aaron too? Because, he got the 755. Mm-hmm. They say he hit a lot of short home runs. He hit a lot of ones that barely went over. So it's like he wasn't hitting no bombs or nothing. Yeah. He was just barely hitting them over though.
Shit, so you say Manny Ramirez with the fucking Green Monster. It's short, it's high. Yeah. It's a high ass fly ball, right? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So it's
I'm not taking away nothing, but I'm just saying it's different. Like how they did them.
Yeah. Like I said,
Barry Bonds hitting them in the water. You know what I'm saying? Wah!
It's just like, you know what I mean? Right, he's in the motherfucker in the water. Like, you make sure them bitches get the fuck out. You know what I mean? At 390 plus, like, you know, it wasn't no 267 or something, you know what I'm saying? But nah, he definitely did his thing, you know what I mean? Like I said before, all the, you know, stuff or whatever like that. But yeah, definitely, like I said, shout out to Aaron Judge, man. We definitely gonna regret not, you know, paying that man. He's definitely over 100 million plus than what we was offering. So, you know what I mean? Definitely. But I just wanted to get that World Series at the end of the day, man.
And just that, my point on that Hank Aaron joint was that I'm just saying you ain't have to hit super moon shots to get the home run record at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like 755 home runs. They don't gotta all be out the park.
Yeah,
you just gotta hit them.
You just gotta hit, man.
You just gotta hit them.
You just gotta hit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Now let's play. Would you rather get, you know what I mean, home runs or doubles or triples?
Home run.
Yeah, okay. But how about if you get? I don't know. It depends. I mean, obviously the home run is always that, but
home run guaranteed run.
Right, that's a guaranteed run.
Guaranteed run. Home run.
Whether there's one home run is like the dunk. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a dunk. You know what I'm saying? For sure. It's just more highlight.
Shout out to my boy Alex Ortiz back in high school. He set the triples record though when we was playing for New York State, I think.
Yeah. Like I said, man, those the ones I respect. The triple records, the doubles. I respect all of them.
I mean, you hitting them where you want to.
And like I said, I respect the bonds. Right. I respect the bonds, and I'm like, whoever doing the 30 for 30 and 40 for 40. I mean, you got still 40 bases too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing your thing for sure. Shout out to everybody, all the ball players, man, in baseball.
Nah, definitely.
Shout out to the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we, you know what I mean, make these playoffs, and like I said, make a run. We do for a run. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
come on now.
You know, we have good records and stuff like that, but it's time for that. Get that ring for sure. You know what I mean? And you know what it was time for? It was time for Canada to lift these bans, man. And, you know, by the end of the month, the bans will be up, man, for sure. You know what I mean? So, sports, especially basketball.
I could go.
You can go to Canada now, man. And at the end of the month, man, they lifting the bans up, you know what I mean?
I think people have been going, though, lately.
Yeah, I think it eased up, obviously. Yeah. But, you know, like last year, the NBA, you know, players can play at certain spots. So
yeah, Toronto Stadium be empty and shit.
That's what I'm saying. So like they understand the
wherever
value.
They played actually.
Yeah, they understand the value, and you know what I mean. Like I said, it's still out here, but
no, it's not. Nah, it is. But Biden said it's not a pandemic no more.
Listen, it's still we live in it. We know it is.
I know.
People just gotta say certain things in respect to Joe. I'd rather have him than Trump. You know what I mean? All day, but. Them people don't know what the fuck they talking about out there, man. We living in it. You know what I mean? Y'all in y'all bubble. You can still catch it as he did. But, you know what I'm saying? Y'all in y'all bubble. But it's definitely good to see everybody lighting up. Even my job, like I said, you know, I drive with the buses and stuff like that. And it was like, it's optional now. Before we used to have to wear it. And if you come on transportation, you had to wear it too. But last week, it was like last week. It was like, nah, it's cool.
All right, whatever. Yeah, no, because everybody been asking lately, man, what happened? Where all the talk at?
Right.
Where the talk all the shit? They're like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, like I said, everything is, you know what I mean? Everything is a couple days. Everything is, we ain't paying for you to be out no more. Like, everybody, like, fuck it. Like, this is something that we just got to live with. And, you know what I mean? Even though everything went down, but, you know what I mean? It's still out here, so. But definitely, like I said, good to see Canada, you know what I mean? Because they were strict with their shit, and They held on for the longest, and now you know people can come in and out of it for sure.
They about to get all that tourist money.
All that, everybody get all that. That's what's gonna spike the shit. They gonna get everybody back over there at one time. But I like going to Canada. I like going over there and visiting. You know what I mean? Going to the Canadian side.
It's right there.
Right, it's right there. You know what I mean? Nice hour. You know what I mean? Not hours, a little more than an hour. It depends where you want to go over there. And,
right, Toronto like 4.
Yeah, Toronto itself was like 4. Where we went to? That was like 3 though, right?
It was Toronto.
That was 3 though, right?
That was like 3 after the hour.
Yeah. I would definitely want to go back there. Like I said, I've been to more Rogers Center games than any ballpark out there. I think I've been like, I've been in the Bills more, but every time I went to a Yankee game, they won. So that's a good thing.
I want to go to that Bills, but man.
I went to like 4. Yeah, no, them prices is crazy. Especially they still winning now too. They winning now more too.
Yeah, I'm saying, what?
Yeah. Man, we catch a cheaper one or something on Sunday, regular game and shit.
Shit.
Catch that last game against the Jets or some shit. Them tickets won't be too much.
Ain't nobody gonna be playing, man.
Might be playing for something.
Ain't nobody gonna be playing.
We'll catch one. We'll catch one. Definitely.
Yes, sir. But yo, man, my name Henny Dre.
Man, I'm John.
And this is the Pham Perspective. And we out.
Peace and love. It's all love.
I suck at what's the name? Outros.